Hey guys, Jane here with Jane's Travel Bites. Today we're going to talk about the wonderful little things I bought on my trip to Italy. My trip took place in March of 2026. We landed in Rome and immediately went to Venice via Trenitalia. All right, cheers.
Cheers.
Yay! And saw some great sights there to include St. Mark's Basilica, seen here in this photo, the Doge's Palace, and the Bridge of Sighs. I was happy to find the Bridge of Sighs behind St. Mark's Basilica attached to Doge's Palace. So I bought this postcard that you see right here. And little did I know that when you take the tour of the palace, you can actually peek out one of the windows and see this. It is the last view of Venice a prisoner would get before imprisonment, causing them to sigh, hence the name. I also bought this cute little sketch out of a gift shop of the Bridge of Sighs, and I can't wait to frame it. I'll give you an extra mark if you can tell me where there is another Bridge of Sighs, almost as beautiful as the one in Italy. If you guessed Oxford, England, you are correct. However, the original is here in Venice. On our second day in Venice, we went to this place called the Libraria Acqua Alta, and there was a line to get in. It was a little shop full of books and artwork, and apparently some cats. And it was very interesting to see the books displayed in the gondola. And if you made it to the back of the store, you could see these piles of old books in the backyard. And then you could also climb the pile of books, and you just sort of walk up the books to the left, and then you climb back down, and then you walk right back into the store. Once you grab a couple items off the shelves and purchase them, then you exit through a side door. And you come across this canal, which I think is quite lovely, and actually in some of the paintings that I'm about to show you. One of the things I managed to grab on the way out was this cute little magnet with the black cat in the gondola. I thought it was adorable. I also grabbed these two little prints of these paintings of the gondola outside of the bookstore, but I thought they were pretty, and since they looked like they were handwritten and signed, I thought I'd bring a couple home and frame them. From Venice, we took the Vaporetto to the beautiful island of Murano. This island is gorgeous and it is famous for its beautiful and unique glass. Here is a view of Murano from one of the bridges. I purchased this pretty little glass magnet in Murano along with this cute little cross. I also bought one for my friend. Back on the island of Venice, I found this store and I got this adorable bracelet with a heart on it and some matching earrings to go with it. I also bought some pink ones that I really loved, but I'm sad to say that they broke as soon as I got them home. I'm going to have to try to repair them. I also bought this lace, which says that it was made in Venice. Although I have no idea what to do with it, I thought it was pretty, so it made the trip home with me. Our next stop was Florence, which you see here in this postcard. These are views from the Piazzale Michelangelo. This is Florence at sunset. Worth the hike. It was completely stunning. We bought some leather goods in Florence, including this Romani Firenze little, I guess it's like a makeup bag. Really cute gold made out of leather, and I bought the little gold keychain to match. One of the major sights you'll see in Florence that you certainly can't miss is the Duomo, pictured here. They didn't have a gift shop, so I settled for this little bookmark that I got at the train station. And I also picked up this calendar for 2027 that I will definitely use in my office. Story time. A few years ago, I went to Greenville, South Carolina with a friend, and I found this bronze statue of a pig on Main Street and West Point Set area. Anyway, I thought he was super cute, and I hoped that one day I would see the original. But since that time, I forgot where the original was actually located. So in 2025, I went to the Louvre Museum and I came across this guy, and I was all excited because I thought he must be the original. So I took some quick photos, and then when I got back to my room, I realized this was not the original, but a copy. So while planning this trip to Florence, I was really excited to find out that the original was located in the Uffizi Museum. This is the original wild boar, unearthed in Esquiline Hill in Rome in 1556. This was very exciting news to me. However, I was even more excited when I found out that there was a bronze version located not far from the Uffizi Museum at the Loggia del Mercato Nuovo. So we went outside and found Il Porcellino, the bronze version, made in approximately 1612 to 1633, and we took a few pictures, and now my life is complete. So from Florence, we did a side trip to the Chianti region and did some wine tasting, which is why I picked up these two cute little bookmarks. I think I got them at the train station in Florence. Our tour through Get Your Guide also took us to beautiful Siena. We didn't have a lot of time here, but it was gorgeous, so I just picked up a couple of postcards that I thought were kind of cute. We were told that the rooster was the symbol for Toscano, or the Tuscany region, and of course I just think the wild boar is adorable, so I picked up these two little coasters while I was in San Gimignano. San Gimignano was a very short stop, so we didn't have much time. I would love to spend more time there one day and just enjoy the views. So I just picked up this little olive dish that I have been using for my supplements in the morning. And of course, when I saw this wiener dog magnet, I just knew he was coming home with me. The final stop on that all-day adventure through Get Your Guide was the Leaning Tower of Pisa. This was super fun, but was super fast. We had just enough time to use the public restroom, take a few photos, and then jump into a gift shop where I bought this cute little framed magnet. It seems silly, but I would definitely stop here again and hopefully do it with more time. I don't think anything could have prepared me for the beauty of Sorrento and the Amalfi Coast. In fact, when we arrived, we walked straight to the water, and I was able to do a live broadcast of this sunset. In case you missed it, here it is again. Right here, you will see Mount Vesuvius, the volcano, and then you will see the Amalfi Coast in Sorrento. Sorrento had a great shopping area with lots of leather goods and other items for sale. I opted for this turquoise wallet. I bought this cute little pink wallet as a gift. I'm thinking about giving it to Mommy Snacks, just not sure yet. I loved the colors in this postcard, so maybe I'll frame that. I don't know. I shopped around and I got this cute Sorrento t-shirt for like 15 euro. We celebrated my birthday in Sorrento with this limoncello spritz and a lovely lunch. My friend got me these little Sorrento scarves for my birthday along with this card. We also took a Get Your Guide tour of a lemon grove, and after that it seemed like everything turned to lemons. We got lemon souvenirs galore, including this lovely little magnet, which I love the turquoise colors on it. and this cute little lemon leather keychain that says Sorrento. I got myself and my friend one of these Sorrento lemon kebabs, a Sorrento limoncello drinking cup, and then, oh, how did that slip in there? My friend got me this little chili, which is good luck in Sorrento. And then I got this at some sort of kitchen store in Sorrento for like €2. Super cute. From Sorrento, we did a day trip to Pompeii, and then we were off to Rome. We tried to see everything in Rome, including the Trevi Fountain, the Pantheon, the Spanish Steps, the Colosseum through a Get Your Guide tour, which I thought was absolutely fabulous, despite what people say about going to Rome and dealing with the crowds. The tour also included the Palatine Hill, which I thought was amazing. We did one last Get Your Guide tour to the Vatican museums, which included the lavishly painted Raphael rooms, which were painted during the early 1500s by Raffaello Sanzio da Urbino. Look carefully and you may see a portrait of the artist himself. Oh, how did that get in there? One thing we were not allowed to do was photograph the ceiling of the Sistine Chapel by Michelangelo, so I got this little postcard instead. One of the more famous parts of the painting or paintings is the part where God is touching Adam and breathing life into him for the first time. I've seen these hands all over the place, but I never really understood the meaning. So now that I do, I went ahead and I bought myself a little magnet from Rome with the hand of God getting ready to touch Adam and give him life. I thought this was super cool. During our 90 million steps that we took through Rome, we stumbled upon the Theatre of Pompeii. This is the place where the assassination of Julius Caesar took place on March 15th, 44 BCE, famously known as the Ides of March. The site is known today as Largo di Torre Argentina. The last thing we did, and I still can't believe we did it, was on our last day in Rome, we got up at the crack of dawn to get in line to visit St. Peter's Basilica. I was unable to locate a gift shop inside of the basilica, so I ended up buying a few cheap made in China items in the Vatican City. Overall, it was a great stop. Well, guys, this concludes my video of what I purchased when I was in Italy. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope to see you soon in the next video. Take care, guys, and ta-ta for now.